Okay, so we're at the diner with Kate right now. We're gonna continue the next day. Oh, wait, no, Steve. Yeah. So there's the next day on Tuesday. It's about 10 in the morning by the time I get to the diner the next day. There's still a decent crowd even though it's a little before the lunch rush. Mostly the usual suspects enjoying a late breakfast, truckers, cops, and a few students like me. Joyce keeps a watchful eye over these particular patrons. She smiles at me, however, and I wave at her. There's no shortage of seats, so I idle by the door for a moment. Yesterday, Kate and I agreed to meet here so that we could discuss locations for the contest photo. I was a little hesitant to ask for her help at first. Kate seems to have a lot on her mind lately. She's been more shy than usual, rarely emerging from her dorm room except to go to the classroom. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't want to give her more stress than she already has. But seeing her face light up reassured me that I had made the right choice in asking her. Maybe this will get her mind off whatever's bothering her. Or at least make her laugh when I make an ass of myself entering a shitty photo. Speak of the devil, or angel in this case, Kate enters the diner. She looks a little bewildered, but she smiles and she sees me beckoning her to stand next to me. Hi, Kate. Hey, Max. Sorry if I kept you waiting. I've never actually been here before, so I had to look up the bus schedule before I left. She may have kept me waiting all of 3 minutes if that. This is not the first time I've had to wait on someone. Take Chloe for example. Don't get me wrong, she's my best friend, but girl can't keep an appointment to save her life. Sounds so much like me. Kate, on the other hand, is almost painfully considerate, always putting other people first. I guess that's what makes me want to look out for her. The thought of someone as sweet as Kate losing her reasons to smile seems wrong. No worries. Is the booth okay? I gesture to one in the corner near the old jukebox. Kate nods and we both make our way over to it, sitting on opposite sides. Wow, does it always smell so good in here? She looks like she's literally in heaven from the smell of the delicious breakfast food being prepared. I can't help but smile as I reply. Yes, Joyce is an amazing cook. She'll take good care of you. A waitress shows up to take our drink orders, coffee for me and tea for Kate. She may be an early bird, but I need my caffeine fix. When the waitress comes back, I order my usual stack of pancakes and Kate orders the same thing, apparently trusting my judgment. It's so cute. When Kate takes a sip of her tea, she practically melts into the cushion behind her, like she's truly relaxing for the first time in a while. I notice the shadows under her eyes for the first time since we sat down, and I feel a pang of uneasiness in my stomach. She looks really tired. I can't help but wonder how she's doing. Should I say something about it? Oh. Well, I think we should be concerned, so let's ask her. Are you feeling okay? No offense, but you look a little worn down. She seems surprised that I ask, but recovers almost immediately. Oh, I'm fine. Just a little stressed out with, life in general. I'm still not sure she's telling me everything, but I better not push her for now. She probably has her reasons. I hear that, but listen, if you need to talk about anything, I'm here, okay? I get another genuine smile out of her as she sips her tea again, the warmth of it putting some color back in her cheeks. Thanks, Max. I really do appreciate it. Our food arrives and I immediately dig in, not realizing how hungry I had been until Joyce's famous pancakes were right under my nose. Looks like someone's hungry. I look from the half-eaten meal on my plate to Kate's, hardly touched in comparison. I can hear my mom chiding me in the back of my head, but the grin on Kate's face tells me she hardly minds. It's warm and glowing, and makes me smile right back her like a huge dork. Kate seems to have that effect on me. More than I thought, apparently. Kate just laughs. I don't blame you. These are better than anything I've had in Blackwell cafeteria. Make sure you pass that on to Joyce. I will if I see her before we leave, but she probably hears that kind of thing all the time. I shouldn't bother her. I reach across the table and nudge her hand gently with my own. You're never a bother, Kate. You've got to believe that. She looks at her hand, then back up to mine, grinning. I'll try, Max. She smiles so much when we're alone together. Ah, Kate doesn't open up a lot to people, preferring to keep to herself most of the time. I'm one of the lucky ones that get to see the other side of Kate, her chatty, bubbly side. It makes me feel awesome. After I finish inhaling my breakfast and Kate goes about eating hers, I decide to bring up the contest entry. Alright, we don't have a lot of time, so we need to think of a game plan. Kate looks up from where she's been twirling her fork in the remnants of her pancakes, giving me her full attention instead. Who doesn't finish their pancakes? Right, what do you have in mind? The location of the photo is going to be really important, so let's focus on that first. Do you have any... I stopped suddenly, very aware of Kate's eyes on me. Not focusing on my words, but on me in particular. What? Do I have something on my face? Kate laughs, breaking the tension up in an instant. Yes, actually, you got a bit here. She leans over the table between us and gently wipes the corner of my mouth with a napkin. She does it so naturally and gently that I barely have time to register what's happening. Before I can react, she's seated again. There, that's better. Thanks. I touched the side of my mouth where Kate's hand just ghosted, feeling a slight heat in my cheeks. It felt really nice to get her attention. Alright Max, focus. The contest, remember? See, that's why I picked you to be my partner, Kate. I'd be all over the place without you. Yeah, about that. Kate fingers her cross necklace self-consciously, like there's something on her mind. What's up? Kate shrugs, looking away. Are you worried about the contest? It's not that. Her eyes snap back to mine. I'm not worried about you handling the contest, Max. I'm just not sure why you picked me to help you. Look at her face, it's so cute. Mac, what do you mean? What do you mean? I haven't been feeling myself lately. What if I slow you down or mess you up? I just don't think I'm talented as you. If I screw up, your chances of winning might be awful. Wow, she's really beating herself up over this. Kate. Maybe you should pick someone else to help you instead of me. I won't have any hard feelings, I promise. There's no way I want anyone else to help me besides Kate. What could I say to reassure her? We can do it or just do your best. Which one would be the right answer? I think we can do it sounds more positive. I shake my head. Sorry, that's not gonna happen. But I picked you to help me because I thought we'd make a great team. I know how to set up a nice shot, sure, but I have trouble bringing it to life. I've seen your art for those little children's comics you make. You're so vibrant. There's so much emotion in your work. It's incredible. Kate looks shocked, looking down again. Oh, Max, you're way too nice. I'm serious, Kate. You're an amazing artist. Just the kind of person I want working with me. So don't worry, okay? With you on my team, I know our entry's gonna be great. I'm not a motivational speaker, but Kate actually looks hopeful after I say that. Okay, you're right. Go Team Max! I put my hand over hers and smile. You mean Team Max and Kate? You mean Team Marshville? We finish our drinks and get ready to exit the diner. According to my phone, it's only been an hour since we sat down to breakfast, so there's still plenty of time left in the day. Where to now, Max? Do you have any ideas for a location? Let's make her decide. Let's give her some contribution, I guess. Oh, follow me, Max. She's so cute. After 2 wheels, we boarded the bus out of town, where it pulled to a stop in front of a large white building. The hospital? Really? Oh my god, memories. I glanced around as we entered, taking in the atmosphere. It was nothing special on the inside, white walls shining. It was nothing special on the inside. white walls, shining linoleum floors, people in scrubs darting in and out of patient rooms. Just an ordinary hospital. If it weren't for the television in the waiting room or the hushed voice of the receptionist taking calls at the front desk, the whole place would be eerily quiet. I looked over at Kate, envious of her calm. Hospitals give me the creeps. What could possibly be worthy of a photo contest entry in a place like this? Kate leads the way, skipping the receptionist and heading straight to the elevator. I bet Kate always visits the hospital to cheer people up. Or maybe she goes to the kids' wards and gives them photos. I'm not photos. She gives them artwork. Her artwork. Oh, that's so cute. I can imagine her reading stories to kids and things like that. Ah. She presses the button to go up and wait. She presses the button to go up and we wait for the elevator to descend. So, a hospital, huh? Unlike Kate, who actually looks very sure of herself here, I'm a little skeptical. I know what you're thinking, but well, just trust me. It'll make sense once you see where we're going. She must be able to sense my unease, because after a pause she turns to look at me. You do trust me, right, Max? Of course. We trust you, Kate. No question, Kate's never steered me wrong before. Yes, of course I trust you. I'm just a little nervous. I haven't been to a hospital since... Okay, you're gonna laugh, but when I was little, I chewed the eye off my teddy bear and swallowed it. Oh my god, that's her teddy bear in her dorm, there's one eye missing. Did she actually mention that in the game? Kate's concern instantly melts away as she smiles. That's so cute. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. You must have been so scared. I was. I just remember doctors in the white coats looming over me. Freaky. I shivered a little at the memory. To this day, I still can't watch medical dramas without getting creeped out. Before my mind can stray into any dark places, I feel fingers brushing gently against mine, making my heart skip slightly. No doctors will get you this time. No doctors will get you this time. Don't worry. Her voice, gentle, reassuring, makes me slightly less anxious. The elevator arrives as we step inside. Kate pressed the forward button almost immediately, like she's done this countless of times before. The doors open and Kate gently beckons me forward with a nod of her head. She's buzzing with energy, looking around the wing in excitement. It's actually really adorable. Looking around, I don't blame her. Colors are splashed along the walls, completely contrasting the blank ones on the floor below. The main area is filled with plush chairs and beanbags, and there's a small table with chairs in the corner, littered with toys and coloring books. A children's wing? After scooping out the area, she turns back to me with a grin. Looks like no one's around. Should we surprise them? She points to one of the rooms down a corridor. I shake my head. You go first. I'll wait out here. I've never been that good around kids. Not like Kate. She's a natural mothering type. Kate bumps my shoulder slightly with her own as she walks past me to stand outside one of the rooms. They don't bite, you know. She flashes a mischievous grin and darts into the patient's room before I can retort. I don't mind. It's so nice having Kate in good spirits again. A moment later, I hear her talking in a soft voice, then a shriek of absolute delight. It doesn't take long for other kids to catch on, a small crowd gathering outside the room Kate is in. They ambush her as she leaves the room, gathering around her legs and all babbling at her excitedly. Kate could totally be a teacher. Kate is all smiles, and her usual shyness is gone completely as she listens and responds to each of the kids. A few of them turn towards me and I freeze. Kate smiles in my direction and looks down at the kids. That's my friend, Max. She takes the prettiest pictures with a camera. I flush and shake my head. I don't know about that. I can't meet Kate's kind green eyes right now. So mine dart around the room instead. There's a stack of coloring book pages on the little table, all filled with crayon. Looks like I might have competition from these guys anyway. This seems to distract the attention of me, as the kids eagerly drag Kate towards the table, wanting to show off their work. I hang back, sinking into one of those beanbag chairs to watch them some more, amazed at Kate's ability to handle them so well. Caring, patient, and attentive, she really knows how to listen to each of them individually. The kids eventually get caught up in drawing more pictures, and Kate sinks down next to me. It's a beanbag. It's a big beanbag, so I move over to make room for her. They're sweet, don't you think? I thought they'd give us some inspiration for a nice photo. I think so too. These kids are so innocent and sweet. It's a nice break from how harsh the world can be. A perfect subject for a photo. Kate looks happy at my approval. They're the sweetest kids I know. I think letting them be the stars of our photo is gonna mean a lot to them. Makes them feel important, you know? I nod sympathetically. They're all really young. It must be tough being away from their parents. After a beat, Kate says something else softly, looking at her hands instead of me. It means a lot to me for sure. Kate's voice was full of sincerity and gratitude. Yeah, let's thank her. Don't give me credit. It was all your awesome idea. I'm just supplying the camera. She rolls her eyes. Well, that just makes us even more of a team. We couldn't have a chance at winning without you. She looks at the kids again. But I don't think it's thanks to me at all. They're the ones who inspire me. They're so young but still so brave. I owe them a lot, even if they don't realize it. Definitely, they really love you too. It's so cute. Looks like I make Kate blush this time. I know, some of them don't get a lot of attention. Their parents are either rich and leave all their kids' care up to the nurses, or so busy working to provide for the rest of their families that they can't make it out here in person. So I try to keep them occupied. Kate, that's so awesome! You're like the real cool big sister. Kate raises her eyebrow. Cool kids spend their time volunteering on weekends? I'm not sure some of our classmates will agree with you. I rolled my eyes just thinking about the cool kids at Blackwell. Jocks and narcissists that like to tear people down. Art school comes with its snobs, unfortunately. Definitely. Volunteering is totally punk rock, as Chloe would say. You really think so? There's a noticeable change in Kate's tone of voice, quiet and despondent, as she turns her attention to the kids instead of me. Kate? Something's definitely bothering her. I sense it back at the diner, but it feels even stronger now. We don't speak for a moment. I reach out to touch her shoulder gently, causing her to jump a little. Oh, sorry, I zoned out. Kate, whatever's going on, I want to help. Kate sighs, looking at her hands. I don't know if you can. Let me try, at least. I know I don't always have the best ideas, but I don't like to see you hurting. This brings her attention back to me. I smile encouragingly. You trust me, don't you? I don't expect her to agree so quickly, but she does. I do trust you, Max, okay? I've been dealing with some really mean people recently. What? Who? Who would even be mean to Kate? It started with a Bible study I tried to start at Blackwell. I was just trying to make a safe space for a discussion, but some kids didn't like it. First, someone wrote a curse word on my room slate. Then Hayden and his friends started whispering about me in the halls. And then somebody made some awful drawings about me. She doesn't explain further, and I don't want to make her. I'm already plenty furious. I don't get very angry this often, but when it comes to Kate, I feel like I have to protect her. Yeah, sometimes I get really protective over my friends when they get bullied. Like, sometimes I hit other people. Well, not anymore. I wouldn't hit anybody anymore. But when I was like in high school, if someone was like hurting my friends emotionally even, I would like punch them in the leg or something. Especially now when she's getting ganged up on for no reason. Kate, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Better that you didn't. I'm probably just being too sensitive. No, you're not. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. Especially not Kate. Poor thing. Kate shrugs. Maybe, but what can I do about it? I'm not strong like you, Max. No, oh my god, this against bullying. For me, ignoring never works. I've been in Kate's shoes before, and ignoring them, they won't go away. That's when you show them weakness, especially you're giving them what they want and just keep taking that from you. So she just has to stand up for herself. You can't let them walk all over you like that. If you don't stand up for yourself, they're just gonna keep going after you. That is not okay, so you've got to tell them to step off before it gets worse. Kate considers this, looking a little intimidated at the notion. I know I should, but you don't think you're strong enough, I know. But you're so kind to me, and these kids, and even the people who aren't nice to you. That makes you stronger than they could ever hope to be. That's so nice of you to say, Max. I just don't know if I believe it. I shake my head. You've got this, Kate. I have faith in you. Kate nods. You always have. So I'll try. I'll try to do it for you. Do it for yourself first. That's the most important thing. Kate actually beams at this, and I get that warm, awesome feeling in my chest. You're a blessing, Max. Kate gets to her feet and takes a glance at the clock. I'm a little tired now that I got that off my chest. Would you mind heading back to Blackwell now? After I say goodbye to the kids, of course. Sure, whenever you're ready. Watching her light up as she talks to the kids again eases my worries. I just hope my advice helped her. I'm still reading over what Kate told me yesterday. I could never have guessed she was getting trouble from bullies who could be mean to Kate Marsh of all people. It makes me so furious to think about, and kind of lousy at the same time. I'm supposed to be her friend, and I had no idea this was going on. I should at least say something, ask her out for tea, or send her a text at least. Some friend you are, Max. This is the worst. But it's no use worrying about that. I didn't do it. But it's no use worrying about what I didn't do. It's not like I can rewind time and fix it. Well... The most important thing is being here for Kate in the present, in whatever way she needs. The bus reaches its destination, jerking me out of my thoughts. I have to stop by the boardwalk today. There's a lot of neat little shops down here. Handmade souvenirs, antique stores, gift shops. There's even a place that sells camera gear for the tourists looking to preserve the memories of our sleepy little beach town. This shop also sells hella cheap Polaroid film, which I need to take the contest photo. I asked Kate to come along, telling her that I wanted some company, though it's more for her sake than mine. She needs a day to relax, especially after I made her spill her guts to me yesterday. She seemed okay when I texted her last night, but I wanted to see her in person to make sure. And her response to being asked to join me was so damn cute. I pulled out my phone to let Kate know that I arrived. I pulled out my phone to let Kate know that I have arrived, glancing over my last received text from her. Sounds wonderful. I'll see you around at 9, and I promise I won't be late this time. It was only 3 minutes late. Relief washes over me again, and I smile. I hope those emojis are legit. Too much sad Kate is not a good thing. I'm about to type out a quick text, but there's no need. I can see Kate on the bench not too far from me, hands folded in her lap, staring out at the glittering ocean. I put my phone away and start to walk quickly in her direction, not wanting to keep her waiting. She sees me out of the corner of her eye as I approach, smiling up at me. Max, there you are. Hey Kate, sorry if I kept you waiting long. I rubbed the back of my neck sheepishly, thinking about the 3 times I had hit the snooze button on my alarm this morning. Kate shrugs nonchalant. She's quiet today. I hope I didn't upset her too much yesterday, bringing up all her problems. I reach forward and tentatively squeeze her shoulder. How are you feeling? Her eyes don't leave my face, but she seems to perk up at my touch. Okay, I actually feel like playing my violin this morning. I haven't touched it in a week. I had noticed Kate had stopped playing her violin in the mornings right around the time she had started acting sad. I can't stop myself from smiling. That's so great. I must have stepped right through it, but I'm sure it was nice, as always. She looks away, suddenly shy. Actually, I didn't get the chance. I was, too excited to be here. She looks back up at me, her eyes bright. With you. She says it with such gentle voice that it makes my heart melt. I pretend to be distracted by a seagull miling around behind us. Her sweetness gives me a momentary loss of words. And of course, I can't even show up on time. You could have been playing your violin instead of waiting for my lazy bones. Kate, not even remotely peeved, just laughs and rises to her feet. It's fine, really. I can play later. Maybe you can even join me on your guitar. Duo! Duet, sir. Duet! I note immediately. Kate and I only played together once, but it's still one of my favorite memories with her. Definitely, we're long overdue for a jam session. Couldn't agree more. She looks so excited. I wonder if she's remembering it too. Kate looks over her shoulder at the Kate looks over her shoulder at the shops ahead of us, then back to me. Shall we go? I nod, and then Kate lead the way. We stop by the camera shop first. Kate doesn't do a lot of browsing, hanging back to look at some cute lanyards while I pick out my film. After we exit, Kate and I wander for a little while. Kate remarks that she doesn't get out much, so a lot of the shops are new to her. If that's the case, I'm even happier that I invited her along. Even though the shops are pretty ordinary and shabby by most people's standards, Kate is really enjoying herself, eyes wide of interest. We come across a shop filled with stuffed animals, and Kate actually pulls my arm over to look at them with her. It's a shame that more people never get to see this side of Kate, the side where she banters and acts silly, just because they never get to know her. Wow, this feels really fourth wall because I actually feel that way about Kate as a character. Like, she has never been explored, or like, we never got to know Kate beyond her depression and all. So I kind of like this. I kind of like how this route actually explores a bit more of Kate's personality, like her likes and stuff. It makes me feel pretty special. Maybe that's just the effect Kate has on everyone. She's such a warm person after all. Or maybe there's more to it than that, more to me and Kate. A gentle tapping on my shoulder brings me back to reality. Kate stops us outside a small, sweet-smelling stand, surrounded by tables with big umbrellas attached. A small sign hangs on the front, advertising fresh tea and baked goods. Oh my god, tea shop! It's been so long since we had one of our tea dates. I take in another whiff of the fragrant air coming from the stand, then look back over at Kate. Way too long. Wanna stop over here for a bit? We order our drinks and sit down at one of the small tables outside. The boardwalk's not very busy today, so there's not a lot of people watching to do. Kate and I practically have the whole place to ourselves. Still feeling adventurous, I opt to order the house blend. The spices emanating from it are powerful, and as I take a sip, my nose wrinkles. I let out a groan of surprise, and Kate grins at me from across the table, too nice to laugh at my misfortune, but I can see it on her face. That's really strong. How's your tea? It's good. I always get chamomile because I'm boring. She says this with a smile, so I know it's not self-deprecating. It helps with my anxiety too. I nod, a little concerned. You have that a lot? Kate arches an eyebrow. Max, I'm attending one of the most notable art schools in the state. There's so much pressure with that, you know? Not to mention homework and my strict family checking in on me. Oh, that must suck. Kate's bluntness makes me grin. We've both felt the stress. Blackwell does have a reputation for that. Point taken. Maybe I should try drinking that stuff too. Yeah, chamomile tea is really relaxing. Kate takes a sip of her own tea. Thoughtful. There's other teas for stress too. Passion flower, lavender, peppermint's good too, but a little too sweet for me. I glance at the three empty packs of sugar surrounding my tea, then back up at Kate. I'm getting worse than Chloe these days. I don't think I have a problem with that. Oops, sorry. Kate actually giggles at that. No, I guess you wouldn't. You could try. She stops herself suddenly, looking down at her tea. After a pause, she notices my worried look and speaks again. Sorry, you must be bored of me talking by now. I feel like I've been rambling so much today. making jokes and just say, yeah, just a little. It's not like that. It's not like Kate's bothering me. She could never. Just a little bit, but I don't mind. Kate looks away apologetically. Sorry, whenever I hang out with other people, they usually talk over me. It's different with you. I hope she doesn't think that's a bad thing. Kate deserves to be heard as much as anyone else. You're allowed to be the center of attention too, you know. Kate looks at me skeptically. I'd rather not be, honestly, but I appreciate the thought, Max. People get surprised when I actually have things to say. I guess I just don't stand out that much. I actually know exactly how you feel, Kate. She seems surprised at this statement. You do? But your photos are amazing, Max. Everyone knows you for them. Why do you think everyone was so eager to have you submit one for the contest? You really do have a gift, Max. I shift a little uncomfortably. I know everyone thinks so, but I don't see it sometimes. That doesn't make it untrue. You're just insecure. I smile at her unknowingly. Kind of like you, huh? Come on, Max. She pauses, suddenly very interested in the napkin under her disposable teacup. Maybe. I'm serious, Kate. Your drawings are awesome, just as good as my photos. I lean forward as if sharing a little inside joke with her. I still haven't erased that drawing you left me on my room slate, just in case it's worth something one day. Kate had doodled a cute doll on my room slate a few days earlier, wearing a plaid shirt and a camera around its neck, an obvious caricature. Kate erupts into giggles at that. Okay, now you're being way too nice. I spent 2 minutes on that crap tops. I gasped dramatically, mock offended. How dare you, Kate Marsh? That doll is obviously adorable. Kate crosses her arms. Well, I did use you as an inspiration, so you can be biased. Kate, please. That is not the only reason. I shut up and take a sip from my tea, a sudden heat rushing to my cheeks. For some reason, the implication that Kate may think I'm adorable is making me trip on my words. It better not be. It better not be. I actually want to write children's book one day, and do the illustrations, of course. So cute art is a must. I grinned at the thought. That's perfect work for you, Kate. Kate beams back at me. I didn't have a lot of friends when I was younger, so I read a ton of picture books. They were a big comfort to me. I even kept some of them to read when I'm pretty sad. Pretty childish, huh? No, it's cute. Nah, that's actually cute. My room back home is practically a museum of old kid stuff I've never thrown away. Plus, I still sleep with Captain Maya's stuffed bear. Kate laughs softly. That makes me feel better. I actually don't have any stuffed animals. LIS is enough for me. We kept talking until the remnants of our tea had long gone cold. I hadn't even realized that it was nearly 3 in the afternoon. As we were walking away from the small tea shop, I catch Kate smiling at me. Thanks for always listening to me, Max. You know you don't have to thank me for that. Her fingers graze across my arm gently, getting my attention. I just feel like I can talk to you about anything. Not everyone cares about what the quiet Christian girl has to say. But you generally do, so thanks. Before I can respond, a voice in the distance distracts us. Someone is trying to get our attention, specifically Kate's. Oh, it's Stella. We haven't talked in forever. She looks at me questioningly. Do you care if I pop over and say hi? I practically push her in Stella's direction. You don't need my permission, jeez. I say it with a smile, happy that she feels like socializing again. Okay, I'll be right back. I wave at her as she goes over to Stella. Stella was one of the only people to attend Kate's Bible groups. I'm glad Kate's reaching out to her friends again. They look caught up on their own conversation, so I look around for something to keep me occupied. There's a small gift shop immediately to my left. Maybe I should get something for Kate. She has had a shitty week after all. Ooh. Okay, she kinda has a rabbit already. Cinnamon is kinda spicy. That looks like Hello Rabbit. No, I don't know, one of the rabbits. Does it matter? I guess not. Well, Kate likes cinnamon. Seems too spicy for her. Let's go with the picture book. Yeah. I managed to fit the gift perfectly in my bag, and just in time. Kate's waving me over to where Stella was a moment ago. With a spring in my step, I run over to join her. Okay, that's enough time I have for this episode of Love is Strange. I'm gonna continue the next part of Kate's story on the next episode, so stay tuned. See yas!